Hey there, friend. Today, we're checking out something special. The Maono PD200W Hybrid Wireless Dynamic Microphone. This mic isn't just another release, it's a statement. Maono's calling it, cut the cables, go hybrid, free to podcast. And that's exactly what it delivers. Whether you plug in through USB, XLR, or go fully wireless, the PD200W Hybrid gives you broadcast-grade clarity with no clutter, no limits. It's like having a studio that moves with you at your desk, on your phone, or even across the room. With dual-track recording, smart AI noise control, and up to 60 hours of battery life, this is freedom for creators who just want to press record and create. Let's dive in and see what makes the PD200W Hybrid a real game changer for podcasters, streamers, and storytellers alike. Thank you very much, Maono, for sending over this PD200W Hybrid Wireless Dynamic Microphone. Now, when I say hybrid, what do I mean? Well, this microphone is capable of 2.4G wireless capability. And as you can see, it's also capable here of going into wired mode with USB-C. You can also use XLR to connect this microphone to all manner of audio interfaces. So this is the next generation of audio, and I am so excited to be able to test this and to bring it to you with the global launch on October 27th. If you're watching this video the day it goes live, I am very, very thankful to be a part of this. So thank you again, Maono, for sending this over. Let's see what's inside the box. Now, there's a couple little components in here. We've got the receiver. This is the USB-C version, which is perfect for me because I've got that iPhone 16 Pro, which has the USB-C. I'm not 100% sure what those little circles are there for, but we're gonna figure that out. Here's the receiver inside. It's so cute. Like, it's just like the size of the end of my thumb. So they've definitely got that compact and portable. And what else is in here? Here is the cabling. You've got the USB-A to USB-C, but this is a multi-purpose cable, so it can actually be USB-C or A, depending on your setup. And then a little bit of silica gel. You've got an adapter here that you can connect that receiver into if you want, and this is also multi-ended, so that's very, very helpful. Okay, so you got the microphone. We'll check that out in a brief second, but this, wow, this is a heavy, like, solid metal base. Wow, that's got a great weight to it. I've never seen one of these from Maono before, so I'm very, very excited to test this out. I wonder if this is telescoping at all. I hope it is. Oh yeah, this is awesome. So we'll get this set up in a minute. Let's just take a look what else is in the box here. Here is the microphone. Oh, okay. I think these little things are replacement shock mount little rubber bands. Oh, wow. Okay. Ooh, that feels so nice. Wow, this is awesome. So here you can kind of get a glimpse at the hybrid capabilities of the PD200W. You've got your XLR, your USB-C. This is gorgeous. Wow, I love the design, the build quality of this microphone. I really hope this little band is RGB lights. I think it might be. It's got that kind of look to it. It's got a beautiful feeling. It's quite sturdy, but it's not like overly heavy. And it's got a lot of metal components. You know, I hope for like a long-term, very strong, capable microphone. I think, yeah, this should go inside of here. Oh, because I loosened that. That will screw in here. Yeah, there we go. That's nice and tight, nice and snug, fits in beautifully. So this is like a little desk mount. Wow, that is so heavy. That is very, very nice. The quality here is next level. I can say, as someone who's tested and used many Maono products, they have really upped the game with the quality of this setup. It just feels like amazing. And I can barely fit it in my shot here. Of course, you can tighten it with this little knob. We'll get a wider shot in a minute just to give you an idea, but this is beautiful. You can set it up right on your desk, right beside you. So that's a great little design. And this just locks like that, up like that, and this, beautiful. And of course, when it's sitting on your desk, it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, so just to get a better look here of the full setup on the desk, of course you've got your USB for plug and play on phones, tablets, computers. You've got your XLR for a stable pro setup with your audio interface. Now I've got the Wave XLR that I've been using for quite a long time, and then this awesome desk stand. Now, a great thing about this design is that with this shock mount that's built right onto the microphone, even though it's on the desk, if you get a little bit of desk sound, this should do very, very well at cleaning that up and not transferring that sound into the microphone. This is awesome. I love how you can adjust it up. Well, it's quite high, like more than I need for my sitting setup, but of course it can suit any manner of scenarios that's going to be easy to move around. This is really slick. I love this. This shock mount, this little desk stand, beautiful pop filter. I wonder if it comes off. Oh yeah, just gently slides off here. You can see inside that that's just a simple little ring. You've got more pop filter built onto the microphone, the capsule here, and then this must be an RGB ring. We're going to do a little test, live test of everything in a moment. I'm just kind of admiring this build quality. It's really, really sturdy. This is like, it is unbelievable how strong, how heavy that is. You've got the receiver. This receiver plugs into your phone, plugs into your computer. Now I have a USB-C port directly on the front of my computer, and I know from previous experience that I can just use this and plug it directly in. But if you don't have that, you can just connect it to this adapter, and then you can plug it directly into your USB device with no problem at all. And if you prefer that wired connection, you can use this, but I can tell you this is going to be, you know, perfect in that wireless setup, because look how nice and clean it looks on the desk. You know, it doesn't have any of those cables or wires. You know, this is just the packing foam from the setup. This is all just the stuff from the box. And once you clean it up, you know, it gives you a really, really clean, beautiful desk scenario. And I think it suits, you know, so many different use cases. It really just depends on you and what you like. But as you can see, for me and for my setup, I think it looks fantastic. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. But to me, this is a studio quality setup, and it's absolutely incredible looking. And just so you can capture a little bit of the finer details of the high quality of this microphone, it's got that 30mm dynamic capsule with the cardioid pickup. It's going to give you 48 Hertz, 24-bit audio at 82 decibel SNR. Now, you've also got 128 decibel SPL with the fine tuning and the tone of the equalizer with reverb and the Maono Link software, which works as well on mobile and desktop. It's got 4 presets, 10 reverb levels, whether you're singing, talking, podcasting, streaming, you know, whatever you need this for, this microphone is going to work for you. It is made for 2 voices. So on this little receiver, you actually, there's like 2 little lights. I don't know if you can see it here. It's got 2 connections. So you can actually have dual track. The mic can capture 2 tracks for precise editing, less crosstalk. And this is going to give you studio clarity in any room with that cardioid pickup pattern, plus the 3-stage noise canceling, which is really top notch. I've used it on their other microphones, and I'm sure it's going to be excellent here as well. It's got -5, -10, and -30 dB with that to tame the echo, the hum, and any background chatter as well, like keyboard noises, stuff like that. It works really, really well. This is built for no worry recording. It's stable, and it's going to give you that 60-meter wireless range. So, you know, wherever you need to be in the room should be no problem. You've got 60 hours of battery life. That is with the RGB off. And I know I'm going to show you in the software, but you can sort of like use the slider to give you more or less RGB, which is going to impact the battery and give you more or less life. You got live volume and gain knob, which is right up here on the top, so that you can check that out. We're going to do a quick test in a minute here. And the gain is on here. You've got 1-tap mute, and then you've got a 16 1.8 million RGB color shift on the RGB. We're going to check it out, see how it looks, see how it sounds. Maono, this looks great. Thank you so very much for including me in this PD200W Hybrid microphone launch. Okay, we plugged it in. I've got the Maono Link software installed. We'll have a quick look at that in just a moment. But let me know what you think. First impressions here with this wireless desktop mic, which to me feels so nice, not having any wires. It's a clean, simple setup. But to me personally, for my taste, the most important part of a microphone is how does it sound? I want clean, crisp, clear audio that's going to be pleasant for you, the listener. That is definitely the most important. And you can get up and go. You've got up to 60 meters of range, which I don't know, maybe like in a school gymnasium or something like that. But, in your average studio recording situations, you're just going to need a little bit of space. But maybe I have a different kind of setup. Maybe I'm going to have a table here. Maybe I'm going to do this and that. And I love that the PD200W Hybrid gives me that opportunity to have flexibility, to be wireless, to just go wherever I need to go. Maybe you got your laptop set up somewhere. Maybe you're doing a quick presentation. This gives you so many options, the flexibility to get high quality audio on the go with style and ease, and I'm loving it. I think it's fantastic. Let me know what you think though. I want to know what you guys think in the comments. I've got this simple little adjustment. You just turn the knob. It's good to go. If you want to just loosen this, you can move it around, whatever suits you. Just click it back into place. Like, the adjustments are intuitive, they're simple, and I dig it. I love it. And I love that I can have it, down a little bit here lower and then point it up towards me, just like that. So I don't have the microphone completely in my face, and I feel good. I hope it sounds good. Let me know what you think. Okay, and as we talked about, now I've got the USB-C cable connected. We're going to get a little sound check here. Let me know if you can tell a difference between the wireless and the USB-C wired mode. Does it sound better? Does it sound worse? I mean, I'm prone to using the wireless option, but if you're looking for that just sort of stable, steady, I don't know, maybe you have a lot of interference in your setup, this could be the option for you, and it's available, and it includes the cable. So let me know, does it sound good? Does it sound bad? I'm just testing it, so I want to hear from you. I'm hoping it sounds good because it sure looks good here on my desk. Okay, check, mic check. Now we have the truly professional connection established. I've got the XLR connected to the back of the PD200W Hybrid. Let me know, does it sound better? Does it sound worse? This is what I typically use to interface my microphone to the computer. So this is, what I consider to be like the highest quality option. But with this microphone, they have done such a good job with the wireless and the wired mode. I'm interested to hear for myself what the difference is, but I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this better? Is it worse? Is it the same? Is this something that you could use for your content, your podcast, your streaming, your singing, your interviews? This could be used for so many different situations, and I'd really want to know, what are you going to use it for? Let me know, and I'm excited to keep this microphone in my collection and to use it often. Okay, so here we are quite literally inside the Maono Link software, and I love their software. I think it's so simple, but it is so very effective. We're on the main screen here, and there's going to be there is three tabs at the top. You can see where my mouse is on basics, there's scenes, and then there's lights. It's really quite straightforward, and I'm going to very quickly walk you through it. But on this main screen, first of all, it's showing you on the top left, you've got your device, the PD200W Hybrid. If you click on the home button, this is what you first see when you first open the app. You just click on the button of the actual, click on the microphone, and it brings you into the main screen. When you're in here, you can see on the left-hand side, it's going to give you a little voice meter to give you an idea how well the microphone is picking up your voice, and if it's loud enough or if it has enough gain. As you can see, it's got this little like range right here, and I'm just sort of peeking into that yellow, not getting the microphone into that red. So I feel like this is probably a pretty darn good amount of gain. But if you like, you can click record and you can test your own audio right in the app to get an idea if these are the settings that are going to work for you. On the right hand side of the app, you can see where it says microphone gain and volume. First of all, the microphone gain, it gives you a nice little guide. If you're like me and you've got it pretty close to your mouth, you're only going to need anywhere from like 0 to this 30 centimeter amount of gain, and you might need a little less, you might need a little bit more, depending on your environment, your voice, and how you're using the microphone. You can turn this way up if you want, but I'm sure it sounds a lot worse right now. I'm going to turn it back down where I think the microphone sounds quite good. And if you like to use the headphone monitoring, you can plug into the audio jack on the back of the microphone and have a set of wired headphones. I hate listening to myself talk while I'm using a mic, so I tend to pre-record, test, and then I go live, but that really all depends on you. So you can adjust that volume here. You can also adjust it with that multi-purpose knob. You click it once for the headphone volume, and I'll click it, and you can click it again, and it allows you to adjust either the gain or the headphone volume, whatever you prefer. Now, just below that is the noise cancellation. This is an incredibly helpful, incredibly important part of the software. Now, you see this little question mark? Anytime you see one of these in the Maono software, you can hover over it to get more information. That's a very nice touch. So this is showing you, please select the appropriate noise cancellation level according to the ambient noise. Now, in my room, it's pretty quiet. I've got, like the sound dampening, I've got carpet on the floor, and there's just a little hum from my computer. If I turn off noise cancellation, so that is no filter on the sound, you might hear a little something in the background, maybe a little bit, maybe a lot, it doesn't really matter, but that's where you can turn this on and you can use the amount of noise canceling that works for you. So this is the slight amount that we've been listening to. I'm going to put it on moderate noise canceling now to give you an idea if it makes any major change. This isn't a really loud environment. If I turned on a fan or some loud noise, it'll give you a better idea. Then you've got the aggressive noise canceling, which again, if you've got a lot of keyboard noise, if you're in a, you've got other people in the room, maybe you've got a, big air conditioner or something running, this is going to be very, very helpful. Now, again, for the output monitoring of the sound, I do have it turned on. I think it's on by default, but I can turn this off if you don't want to listen to the monitoring of your own voice. Also, don't forget at the top, you can see the battery percentage here. The little light around the knob will start to flash red when your battery is getting low. So keep that in mind. I think it actually goes orange as well when it's getting low. So you do want to plug it in with the USB-C charging to get 60 hours of battery life with the RGB off. I have it on quite bright, so it's going to drain a little bit faster, but not that bad. Probably still going to get like many hours out of it. Now, if you click on scenes here, this is a really cool component of the software. Getting this equalization, they've got the preset options, and then you can also import where that little blue import is. If you click on that, as you can see, it's going to bring up your files, and you can import a .cfg file, a config file, and you get that custom equalization. I think this original, personally, for me, sounds just fine, but let's just test, and you can be the judge and get you an idea of how it's going to help impact your voice. All right, so now we've got the podcast audio for the scene set up. Let me know which one of these is your favorite, by the way. I'm very interested. If maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I should be using the podcast. Now we're going to switch over onto the game setting. So just like that, as you can see, the low, the mids, the highs, everything's been adjusted once again. And it gives you that option, that flexibility. Maybe you hate your voice, maybe you love it. I don't really care. I am who I am. But that's important to people, and you want to have that opportunity to fine-tune your audio to get the sound you're looking for. Now, once again, you've got the sing here on the right-hand side. Let's test it out. It's going to turn on the reverb. All right, now what do you need me to do? Sing you happy birthday? Happy birthday. But hey, is this what you like? Is this what you need? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to go back to the original sound. This is what I prefer. I kind of au natural. I'm kind of a vanilla kind of guy. I don't know, but let me know in the description down in the comments what it is that you like the most what you don't like. And then finally, we're going to click on the lights. You can see very straightforward, very simple RGB settings. You can turn it off if you want maximum battery output here, but I like the RGB. I love the RGB. You can turn it on, and here's where you can adjust your colors very quickly, very easily. Pink, blue. I'm a fixed blue kind of guy. Maybe you noticed by my setup. But if you want that to have that breathing effect where it kind of blinks in and out, or you want it to loop through all the different kind of, RGB puke colors, not for me. Maybe it is for you. You've also got the custom color library. You can just use that wheel, pick whatever shade, tone, whatever you like. It's got so many colors. And then, of course, if you want to just turn it down a little bit to save some battery, or turn it really, really low, I just like to go all in, get it done. You know what I mean? I charge it up before I use it. So that's the main settings here. You can also get access to Maono's socials here if you want to contact them on Discord, YouTube. I think that's TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. They've got it all here. At the top, we've got the AI settings, the noise reduction, hearing yourself, which again we went over. Now, importantly, you can update the firmware of the microphone. Let's see if I have any updates. As a matter of fact, I do not. But if there were any new software updates for the hardware here, you're going to go ahead and update it here right in the software, and then click those three bars. You've got settings. Let's just see. It's talking about the when the level is switched on, certain PCs may not be able to turn off the screen automatically. So, okay, you've got your options here. And then you've also got about Maono. It's going to download updates automatically because, hey, that seems like a good idea. So this is the Maono Link software, one of my favorite components of the Maono, the Maono setup here. So let me know, what do you think? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Is this for you? It's certainly for me. And, hey, I hope you enjoy. So, that's the brand new Maono PD200W Hybrid, a wireless dynamic mic built for modern creators who want studio quality sound without being tied down by cables. From its three-way hybrid connectivity to that crisp 30mm dynamic capsule and adjustable RGB lighting, it's clear Maono built this to make recording simple, flexible, and fun. If you'd like to learn more or grab one for yourself, check the link in the description below, and don't forget to tag @Maono Global if you post your own setup. Please hit that like button if you found this helpful, and subscribe for more honest and hands-on tech reviews right here on Test Zone. And as always, thank you so much for watching.